All right, y'all. So I am basically doing a read through of all of the transcripts of the people that were singing the documentary. So I just went through the whole one with Kirk Burroughs, and I will put those links in the comments for you guys. And now I'm going to go through the one with Little Rod. The next one I'm going to do is with Joy Dickerson Neal. But yeah, so let's get into it. Okay. All right, so we see Rodney Jones, Little Rod versus everybody. Sean Combs, Justin, Ethiopia, Belusin, Charles Grange, which I need more information about that, because that is interesting. Christina Coram, Chalice Recording Studio, Love Records, Motown, wow, Universal Music Group, which is Lucien, whatever. Grange, it's him. All right, let's get into it. Trigger warning. Okay. Plaintiff Rodney Little Rod Jones hereby alleges as and for his complaint against Puffy, his son. All right, so it just goes over everybody who it is against, jurisdiction and venue. Okay. Let's keep going to get to the facts of the case. What danger? Okay. They kind of look similar. Not really. Kind of. I don't know. Look at Lucian. That's enough. Ethiopian. God, Christina Corn. Okay. All right. Come on. Let's get all the way down here. Okay. Little Rod. Summary of events is what I want. All right. From September of 2022 to November of 2023. Okay, so that was over a year. Mr. Jones produced 9 songs on Mr. Combs' Love album. Mr. Jones lived with Mr. Combs for months at a time, spending holidays, birthdays, and missing major family events. Okay. Mr. Jones resided at Mr. Combs' residence located in LA, New York, and Miami. Mr. Jones also spent several weeks on a yacht rented by Mr. Combs in the Virgin Islands. Throughout his time with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones witnessed, experienced, and endured many things that went far beyond his role as a producer on the Love album. The claims raised in this complaint have been corroborated through witness statements, video and audio recording, and images that Mr. Jones has in his possession. Mr. Combs required Mr. Jones to record him constantly. On several occasions, Mr. Combs took Mr. Jones' cell phone and began recording himself. As a result, Mr. Jones has secured hundreds of hours of footage and audio recordings of Mr. Combs, his staff, and his guests engaging in serious illegal activity. Drop the footage. Drop the footage. Because in hindsight, we already know that Puffy was successful in getting the court to drop breach of contract and I think racketeering in this particular lawsuit against him with Little Rod. I believe everything else is pending, but oh yeah, drop that footage, Little Rod. Mr. Jones has secured irrefutable evidence of the acquisition, use, and distribution of ecstasy, my God, cocaine, GHB, ketamine, marijuana, and mushrooms. Okay. The displaying and distribution of unregistered illegal firearms. Mr. Combs providing laced alcoholic beverages to minors and sex workers at his homes. Oh my. Mr. Combs' chief of staff, Christina Coram, instructing her staff to retrieve drugs so she can provide it to Mr. Combs for his consumption. Christian Combs drugging and sexually assaulting a woman. Wow. Okay. Okay. Mr. Combs detailing how he planned to leverage his relationship with Bishop. What? With Bishop T.D. Jakes to soften the impact on his public image of Cassie Ventura's lawsuit. Hold on. Okay, let me read that again. Mr. Combs detailing how he planned to leverage his relationship with Bishop T.D. Jakes to soften the impact of his public image of Cassie Ventura's lawsuit. Okay, so he wanted to like buddy up with T.D. Jakes so that people would look at him in a better light. I got it. Young Miami's cousin and or assistant sexually assaulting Mr. Jones, actor Cuba Gooding Jr. sexually harassing and assaulting Mr. Jones, rapper redacted on Mr. Combs' yacht, consorting with underage girls, sex workers, and R&B singer redacted in Mr. Combs' LA home, consorting with underage girls and sex workers. Who are they, Little Rod? Who are they? Who are they? Okay. Chalice Recording Studio shooting. On or about September 12, 2022, Mr. Combs held a writers and producers camp at Chalice Recording Studio. Present at this camp were Mr. Combs, his son Justin Combs, and Justin's friend named G. Mr. G is a 30-year-old, tall, African American male. Okay. In addition to these individuals, other musicians were present at the camp. This writer has spoken to several musicians who attended the camp. One evening during the camp, Mr. Combs, Justin Combs, and G were in a heated conversation. That conversation was moved out of the studio into a restroom adjacent to where Mr. Jones was sitting. Mr. Jones was approximately 2 feet away from the bathroom when gunshots rang out. Mr. Jones recalls hearing multiple gunshots. Mr. Jones immediately went into a state of shock and feared that he would be shot next. Oh, Lord. Mr. Jones genuinely believed that he would be shot through the door due to how close he was. After the shooting ended, a crowd gathered around the restroom. After the shooting ended, a crowd gathered around the place where the shooting was. Um, all right. When the door finally opened, Mr. Combs and J. Combs exited. G was lying on the restroom floor in a fetal position, holding his stomach and bleeding out of his leg hip area. Everyone stood around looking upon G. Frustrated by the lack of aid, Mr. Jones dropped everything, ran to G, and immediately began placing pressure on G's gunshot wound to his stomach. Okay. Applying pressure on his stomach, Mr. Jones realized that G was gushing blood from another area near his leg or hip. Okay, so he was shot multiple times. Got it. He decided to lift G and place him on the toilet. Mr. Jones asked the crowd to call the ambulance. Mr. Jones lifted G and brought him to the ambulance at the studio's front. At this time, Mr. Combs and Justin disappeared to another part of the studio. Mr. Combs gave strict instructions to inform the police that he had nothing to do with the shooting. He also forced Mr. Jones to lie to the police by telling them that G was shot standing outside by a drive-by assailant. Well, that could have easily been refuted with cameras. Man shot outside party at Hollywood recording studio. At least one person was shot at a party at a Hollywood recording studio. Officers were called to check into reports of a shooting at about 3 a.m. At the location, they found a man had been shot after stepping outside the studio. The man in his 30s was taken to a hospital in stable condition. He was reportedly shot in the abdomen. Several people sitting outside the location were being questioned. No information was released. And it's unknown if the shooting was gang related. Look how they do. Now, why did it have to be gang related? Okay. But I mean, this really speaks to Puffy's power and influence. He got a whole article. That was a lie. The man in his 30s was taken to a hospital in stable condition. He was reportedly shot in the abdomen. Okay, we just read that. Mr. Jones had several corroborated witnesses who spoke with this writer anonymously due to fear of retaliation. They have agreed to speak publicly when subpoenaed. Mr. Jones has the clothing he wore that day and believes it may still have the stains and DNA of G's blood. The following are screenshots of the aftermath of the restroom where G was shot by either Mr. Combs or Justin Combs. Oh, that's terrible. No, Rod, did you take these pictures? Clearly, G was not shot outside of the studio as Mr. Combs instructed his team to report to law enforcement. Mr. Combs and defendants provided private security for the writers' camp at defendants' CRS. The security was porous and lackluster at best. The fact that either Mr. Combs and J. Combs were allowed to enter CRS Chalice recording studio with guns and those guns were not confiscated by security is a clear breach of duty by Mr. Combs to protect Mr. Jones and the other attendees of this writer's camp. Hmm. As a result of this shooting, Mr. Jones is severely traumatized. Mr. Jones now suffers from PTSD, severe anxiety, depression, and insomnia. You better name all of that and some more. Shoot. I name every problem in the book. Bipolar, I'm schizophrenic, shit. I got all of that now. Mr. Jones was sexually harassed. What? Okay, we about to get into it. He was sexually harassed and assaulted by Mr. Combs. Throughout his time living with Mr. Combs, which was like a year and 2 months, I think. Mr. Jones was the victim of constant, unsolicited, and unauthorized groping and touching of his, oh my, of his anus by Mr. Combs. How does that occur? How does that work? How? I need more information, Little Rod. These events took place in LA, New York, Florida, and the Virgin Islands, so at least 4 times or more. In addition to the unsolicited and unauthorized touching, Mr. Jones was forced by Mr. Combs to work in Mr. Combs' bathroom as Mr. Combs walked around naked and showered in a clear glass enclosure. As a heterosexual, no, he had to put in Christian. As a heterosexual Christian man, Mr. Jones was uncomfortable with Mr. Combs' advances and expressed his discomfort to Mr. Combs' chief of staff, KK. KK responded to Mr. Jones' complaint with, Sean will be Sean. KK also attempted to downplay Mr. Combs' groping of Mr. Jones' anus and genitals as friendly horseplay, stating that those were acts Mr. Combs' way of showing that he likes you. I bet. Despite these assurances, on several occasions when Mr. Combs began to undress and walk around his house naked, KK would say, "Okay, I'm leaving now." And she would disappear. Yeah, she was getting the fuck up out of there. She said, no, not me. KK's hypocrisy is breathtaking at best, or enabling at worst. Mr. Jones believes that KK aided and abetted Mr. Combs' sexual assault of him and was working with Mr. Combs to groom him into accepting a homosexual relationship. Through these sexually acts, one would say Mr. Combs has a pattern and practice of engaging in such nefarious activity. This ongoing conduct shows that Mr. Combs cannot be rehabilitated. Oh my God. Okay. He cannot be changed. Keep his ass in jail. His actions will stay the same. In so many words. Mr. Combs attempted to groom Mr. Jones into engaging in gay sex. They could have worded that a little differently. Okay. Mr. Combs was aware that Mr. Jones looked up to and idolized music producer Aaron Jordan, Stevie J. Okay, cool. Stevie J is an American DJ, record producer, and television personality. He was part of the Bad Boy Records production team, the Hitmen. Okay, yeah, we know. Stevie J. He produced for Mariah Carey, Tevin Campbell, Biggie, 112, Jodeci, Faith Evans, Jay Z, and Eve. Stevie J was one of the producers on the Love album. Okay. Mr. Combs used access to Stevie J and his knowledge of Mr. Jones' admiration of Stevie J to groom and entice Mr. Jones to engage in homosexuality. Mr. Jones went so far as to share a video of Stevie J and okay, so we know that this was not Stevie J at this point. We know that um I don't know if he's like a adult entertainer, whomever has come forward to say that this anally penetrating this man. But regardless, Puffy showed him this video. This was done to ease Mr. Jones' anxiety concerning homosexuality. According to Mr. Combs, this is a normal practice in the music industry. And look, even CBJ is doing it. Well, yes, like I said, we know that it was not CBJ, but we do understand that Mr. Combs showed this to Little Rod. I mean, the fact that they have these pictures is crazy. Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in sexual intercourse with rappers, R&B singers, and CBJ. Oh my God. Mr. Combs promised to make sure that Mr. Jones wins Producer of the Year at the Grammys if he engaged in homosexuality. And he said this on a documentary. He didn't say that part, but he did say that Puffy was promising him Holmes and Producer of the Year. The following are screenshots of the video. Okay, so we know that's not CBJ. Oh, wait a minute. So hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, so Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he engaged in sexual intercourse with rapper, footnote 5. He is a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. Okay, so Meek Mill, and R&B singer. He performed at the Super Bowl and a successful Vegas residency. Okay, Usher. And Stevie J. Okay. I mean, we knew that. Okay. I don't know what's going on right here, but okay. On Thanksgiving Day, Mr. Jones was in Mr. Combs' house located in Miami, Florida. Young Miami and her female cousins were also present. Mr. Combs was intoxicated and offered cocaine to Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones rejected him and proceeded to walk to the restroom. While using the restroom, young Miami's cousin burst into the bathroom and began groping Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones believes that Mr. Combs sent her in there to sexually assault Mr. Jones. As she entered the bathroom, she dropped to her knees and began performing oral sex on Mr. Jones' exposed penis. Mr. Jones pushed her away and exited the bathroom. Young Miami's cousin did not accept Mr. Jones' rejection as she proceeded to follow Mr. Jones out of the bathroom. She started undressing and attempted to straddle him and have sex with him in the presence of Mr. Combs and his staff. All right. Once again, Mr. Jones pushed her off. The following are images from a video of Young Miami, her cousin, Mr. Jones, and Mr. Combs. Wow. Okay. All right. Trafficking and Victims Protection Act. Throughout his time with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones was transported from California to New York, Florida, and United States. Okay, so he's also saying that he was trafficked. During this time, Mr. Jones was forced to solicit sex workers and perform sex acts to the pleasure of Mr. Combs. Okay, I need more information. I need more information right there. I need more information. He was forced to solicit sex workers and perform sex acts. On who? On who? To the pleasure of Mr. Combs. On or about February 4th, Mr. Combs forced Mr. Jones to bring prostitutes and sex workers back to his home in Miami, Florida. Who is that? And sex workers that Mr. Combs forced Mr. Jones to bring back to his home. On or about February 2nd, Mr. Jones believes Mr. Combs drugged him. Mr. Jones recalled waking up naked, dizzy, and confused. He was in bed with two sex workers and Mr. Combs. My God, can you imagine? Can you imagine? It must have been funky as hell in that goddamn bed. Oh my God, there's too many people in the bed. Two sex workers and Diddy. No. He also recalls aimlessly wandering around the house with no clothes on. Mm-mm. What is that? What is this? What is that? Okay, so I, I don't know what I don't know if it's a butt or what. And is that Diddy on the left? Like, what is this? On another occasion in Miami, Florida, wait, on Thanksgiving night. So, okay, so hold on, 2022. Okay, so this was 2023, February 2nd. So this happened before. They should have put that first. Anyway, on another occasion in Miami, Florida, on Thanksgiving night of 2022, Mr. Combs asked Mr. Jones and DeForest Taylor to the studio bathroom. He asked them for $100 bill because he wanted them to do cocaine with him. Mr. Jones was scared, but luckily he didn't have $100 bill. So Mr. Combs waited a little later to do coke with young Miami. Oops, put her business right on out there. Okay. Later that evening, he required Mr. Jones to solicit sex workers from Booby Trap on the river. Mr. Jones did so, and Mr. Combs forced him to engage in unsolicited sex acts with these workers. Okay, so he was just like doing a Cassie on him, like, okay, you go get the sex workers, and then you want to have sex with them, and I'm going to watch. Gotcha. Okay, as part of Mr. Jones' sex worker recruitment tools, Mr. Combs provided Mr. Jones with the exclusive bad boy baseball cap and required him to wear it to booby trap on the river as a signal to any sex worker he approached. And Mr. Combs was in town and had sent Mr. Jones to recruit them. Mr. Jones had no desire to visit booby trap on the river. What a name. Mr. Jones had no desire to solicit sex workers from booby trap on the river. Mr. Combs used his power and influence to intimidate and force Mr. Jones into soliciting sex workers from booby trap on the river. As detailed below, Mr. Combs used many tactics to maintain dominion and control of Mr. Jones. Apparently, these workers were accustomed to servicing Mr. Combs and would know that he is in town by the sight of the bad boy's baseball cap. The following are Instagram profiles of two of the sex workers and Mr. Combs required Mr. Jones to solicit and have sex with at his home in Miami, Florida. Okay. Mr. Jones had no desire to solicit and or have sex with these individuals in the previous paragraph. Mr. Combs used his power and influence to intimidate and force Mr. Jones into soliciting and sleeping with these women. The following is a phone. Oh my God. Is a phone number of another sex worker that Mr. Combs required Mr. Jones to solicit and perform sex acts with at his home in Miami, Florida. Little Rod, I need to know. This kept on happening, kept on happening, kept on happening. At what point was you like, okay, I'm going home, because you say you never got paid. So it don't take but a day or one payment for me to miss, and I'm gone. So at what point were you being asked to sleep with these women who you didn't want to sleep with? They was trying some gay sexual activity on you, and you weren't getting paid. At what point was it like, all right, I'm out of here? Like I just need more information. Mr. Jones had no desire to solicit and or have sex with the individual in the previous paragraph. Mr. Combs used his power and influence to intimidate and force Mr. Jones into soliciting and sleeping with the individuals above. Mr. Combs used many tactics to maintain dominion and control of Mr. Jones. He promised him a Grammy for Producer of the Year for the Love album. He offered him $250,000 to purchase all the instruments he wanted. He promised him ownership of his $20 million property. Okay. One Star Island in Miami, Florida. He promised access to record label executives like defendants Lucian Charles Grange in Ethiopia. Okay, so that's where they come in. I mean, once he promised you that $20 million house, you knew that he was capping. Mr. Combs would often switch up his approach. He would go from promising Mr. Jones the world to threatening Mr. Jones with physical harm. Mr. Combs threatened to eat what? To eat Mr. Jones' fat. Oh my God. And inform Mr. Jones that he's willing to kill his mother, Janice Combs, probably so, if he must in order to get what he wants. So he wouldn't think twice to harm Mr. Jones. And he probably would kill Janice if she don't get his ass first. All right. I'm gonna break here and come back for part 2.